So here's my legs the next day. This is from Self-injurious behavior. This one. My left leg is not too bad. The bruising is ugly, but it's not really, it hurts if I touch it, but I'm not touching it. You know, that there's that side. Here's the right leg that took the worst of it. That's all bruising. And it's swollen. And I think I bruised the muscle too, because when I flex the muscle in that leg, it hurts, like, really bad. You know, I can walk on it and all that. It's just the muscle pain. It's not like bone pain or anything. But I'm surprised I didn't bruise to the bone, because I hit myself so hard yesterday, several times. You know, self-injurious behavior, it's not a joke, it's not funny, and it's not something that only happens to nonverbal autistic people who need a lot of help every day and can't make their communication understandable. It's not just that portion of the autistic community. It happens to the articulate autistic community too. You know, the articulate members of the autistic community. You know, the nonverbal people that need all the help every day and their communication is not understandable, they are part of the community too, and I try to make sure that they stay relevant. You know, I try to make sure that people remember they exist, because most of the time that part of the community, you only hear about them when it's negative. You know, you never hear about how sweet their smile is, or the way they might run into the room when they hear a song that they like, or how they just get so happy if they go outside and it's raining, you know, stuff like that. You don't see that. You only see them when they're screaming and melting down. And the parents are just in crisis mode. And that's not fair to them, because their life is not just that. And I wish parents would show the good. There's one mom on there. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kim. There's one mom on there that shows the good and the bad, which, you know, although I'm not overly fond of those bad moments being filmed, you know, she explained why she does it, and now I can understand that it's not just for look at how hard my life is. It's this is the help we need, and this is the help we're not getting. But those videos helped her to get her son the care that he needed. So, Kim, awesome. Awesome. Jamie, I love you, boy. You're so sweet. You're sweet, Jamie. You stay sweet, okay? So anyway, this is my SIB from yesterday. It didn't look so bad yesterday, but now, ugh. Let's see. I'm gonna touch this. This is gonna hurt, but I'm gonna touch it to see if it's still swollen, because I can't tell by looking. So. Yeah, I'm speaking Japanese, even though I don't really speak the language. I got that off of Goku from Dragon Ball Super, watching the subbed version. Anyway, yeah, it's swollen. I had to say that because I was gonna swear and I didn't want to cuss and have the F word on my channel. Sorry. But, yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot. It hurts to touch it. But I definitely bruised the muscle, because when I move it, ow, hurts. So I can walk, you know, it's not like it's interfering with walking, it's just painful. You know, pain, you can get through it. You know, pain sucks, but it's a pain that I can work through and deal with. You know, if it was a bone pain, it'd be different, but it's not bone, so. But anyway, there are people that say that, oh yeah, you just caught me. This is one of my hair stems. That's why I don't shave my legs, because I grab the hair on my leg and I pull it out like that. That's one of my ugly stems, and I was just doing it without thinking about it. But, yeah, people like to say that I trivialize autism. How's this for trivial? Okay, you want to know something else? I have knocked myself unconscious with self-injurious behavior before. About somewhere in like 2004, 2005, I think, I had a really bad meltdown. I was having, you know, monthly cramps. And I was standing in the middle of the living room, because this was when Mom was going off to church to work in Christian service. And it was like kind of like a service that helps people that are poor so they can have food and clothes and stuff. And I was in the middle of the living room and the phone rang, and I just flipped. I flipped out and I started hitting myself in the head. and I got one hard blow. It was, I think it was on the right side of my forehead, but all of a sudden I was sitting on the floor, and I had fallen. I'd fallen into a sitting position, and I hadn't quite gone down to lay yet, because I went to sit and I was probably gonna fall backwards, but I woke up and I caught myself and I jerked myself forward, and I was like, what the hell happened? And I realized what had happened. So it was only for a split second, just enough to miss my legs going out from under me, but I had knocked myself unconscious with self-injurious behavior. So if you think I trivialized it as a joke, or if you think that my SIB is not that bad, wake up, okay? Because I do have it. And most of the time I can redirect it, but sometimes it just gets out of control and I just let it do it. But, you know, now I've trained myself to try to grab my pillow. If I'm starting to hit my head and I can't change direction, I try to grab my pillow on my bed. That pillow over there. I try to grab that pillow and just cover my head so that I don't knock myself out or give myself a concussion or something like that. You know, I have had SIB where I ram my body against surfaces like a wall or something. You know, I'll sit with my back against my bed so that if I want to do that, I'll hit my bed and not hurt my spine or something. I could seriously injure myself if I get SIB and it gets really bad. You know, usually the worst of the SIB will happen when the SIB initially begins, and then it will kind of get lesser as it goes on because I tire. So, yeah, SIB is not a joke, and it's not just the nonverbal autistic people who need help all the time that deal with SIB. I do too. I think the one thing that is different for me is that I can, you know, I can redirect myself and I can have the presence of mind to do that, whereas somebody whose body just flies totally out of control, they may not be able to, and they may rely on someone else to help them to control their SIB or to redirect it. So, you know, SIB is not a trivial thing, it's not a joke, and I do not ever trivialize it. And I don't trivialize autism either. I just focus on the good parts of it, but I don't pretend the bad parts don't exist. My life is not just meltdowns and bruises and crying and screaming and hurting myself. My life is more than that. And the same is true for the nonverbal people who need a lot of help every day and whose communication is not understandable. Their life is not just misery. You know, they may go outside in the rain and just dance and laugh. They might have a favorite TV show, they might have favorite music, they might have a favorite toy that they just, you can't take it away from them because they just want to hold it all the time. You know, their eyes might light up when they see somebody they love walk into a room. You know, even if they don't look at them or turn to them, they may rock faster while their face is just lit up. And that's communication, and people ignore it. That needs to stop. They're people too. We're all people. Okay? So this is my self-injurious behavior. Yesterday was bad. Today is hopefully going to be better. Alright? Bye. Oh, neighbor's car alarm. Yep. Bye.